But we do have it. We do have that. So it's there. I mean, absolutely, G.
Well, I really liked the video. The thing was that I don't know if the theme was about the struggles, but I would say, as we all, like many of us are Pakistanis over here, they will know the struggles. Like, yeah, we have a negativity in Pakistan, and Americans or the foreigners will have the impression they do have, like still now, that yes, Pakistan is a bad country. It's, Muslims over here are, the priests don't teach the right thing. So that video actually, I mean, like her. So I just say, if they're like foreigners sitting over here, they'll have the impression like, yes, women over here have hope, and they can, hook themselves up, and they can struggle, but win their like the opportunity they want to have. Like over here, I'm 13. I don't know so much about the old
history.
Yeah, so my mother and my both parents are Pakistanis. They talk about them, like saying, oh, they were really sweet. I mean, I sing, but whenever I tell my mother, oh, I want to be this, she just says, like, yeah, be it, but be ready to struggle for it. Because everything you need, not even for just singing, like everything else you need, you have to struggle for it. You cannot just pray for it, you need to use your physical.
Right, that you do. In some professions, you have more of a struggle than others. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I don't know if there was any...
Whatever I'm hearing about the two things which are coming up again and again. One is that we all know about it. ये तो पता है सारा. We've heard it. जो दूसरा narrative जा रहा है, जो ये कह रही है, ये official narrative है, ये official narrative by the way नहीं. It is confined to such, sittings and forums जहाँ बहुत ही converted type के audience वो बैठे होते हैं थोड़े से. मेरा point ये है कि वो जो झूठ जो है, वो करोड़ दफा बोला जा रहा है. सच हमें दूसरी दफा देखने में, तीसरी दफा देखने में क्या तकलीफ? सच करोड़ दफा बोला जाए तो आपने वो करना है. आप सच को 4 दफा देख के आप कह रहे हैं तो हमने देखा, और ये हम कह रहे हैं, ये एक very small audience, very this thing. If you show it to a different audience in a college, or you will get a very different response. जो इस वाली अगर देखा हुआ भी है, पता भी है, तो बार-बार सच कहने में क्या हमें तकलीफ है? अगर क्या देखने में नहीं है? Number 1, Number 2, जो ये दूसरी बात हो रही है अमेरिकन ऑडियंस और जी ये नेगेटिविटी है, let's face it, it is the truth. It is the truth, and we live it every single day of our lives. पर हमें पता नहीं क्या होता है जब हम बाहर जाते हैं, we become defensive, और कि हम ये ठीक है जो वो समझ रहे हैं या जो वो प्रोजेक्ट करना चाह रहे हैं वो भी गलत है. I am not agreeing with that कि भाई वो जो भी पाकिस्तान का जो इमेज, लेकिन जो पाकिस्तान की प्रॉब्लम्स are very very rare, and जो इमेंसिपेशन है या जो वो लिबरेशन है हमें में वो वाली नहीं चाहिए. ये भी एक यहाँ का सच है कि यहाँ का जो फेमिनिज्म है या जो यहाँ की अपनी है, it is rooted in our own soil, and we are not looking towards कि जी अगर आपने जीन्स पहनी है तो फिर आप emancipated हैं, या आपने शराब पी है तो आप emancipated. No, I am not talking about. But then we have our own very indigenous problems also, issues. और अगर हम उनको ये कहेंगे जी negativity है तो we can't get real then. So this is my take on these two things कि इसके अंदर issues हैं, of course, होंगे, but no, but the thing is कि आप different takes होना उसके ऊपर एक वो है, but to say कि जी we know history, so history should not be taught, or history should not be told.
लेकिन अगर हम एक और पॉइंट नोट कर सकते हैं ना,
सॉरी किसी और जिसने नहीं बोला है, my son, he has spoken in another way.
I get priority, I guess.
I see it's asking you. Just for coming to Pakistan.
Yeah, since my reward, I
He gets
guess.
a chance to speak.
Yeah, I guess also coming from an American perspective, but a Pakistani American perspective, I feel like there's a bit of a confusion on I feel the general purpose has to be, it was aimed for a grant that asked for bridging cultures. So when you come to Pakistan and you talk about the film bridging cultures, some people, might expect a two-way bridge. The way they look to get something back for bridging cultures, they expect something back from the other side of the bridge. You know, as an American, I sit here and I watch this with a very, sad to say, not a comprehensive understanding of history of Pakistan. I read what I read in the textbooks. I have one progressive teacher, you know, but I don't see it from, you know, I don't see an effective medium to teach it to me other than CNN or my teacher. You know, I don't sit with Abu and watch Al Jazeera in the morning. You know, and yeah, maybe I should. And that is, you know, moving towards progress. But what I would see here in terms of maybe, you know, furthering it, like you said, there was that man who said, I have no idea there were Pakistani singers, things like that. As she talked about, you know, her mom telling her, be ready to struggle for it. In the U.S., if I want to be a singer, you're not going to tell me that, you know? You're going to say, oh, you're going to have to work hard, or somewhere else. That is a struggle that is a bit unique, not just to Pakistan, but to places in the world that are struggling. And also about the audience that you're targeting. Like you said, this is, you know, the history that you're constantly hearing. It is, and it's the same. I can tell you in the U.S. there's huge problems over there too. And the issue is that in terms of the people with the liberal minds, we know what the problems are, we know how to fix it. That's in these circles here. In America, it has those circles as well. But the people that you need to reach are the masses, and the masses are not educated. The masses are not sitting here in this room having this discussion.
And also don't watch documentaries. Exactly. You don't have the luxury to watch documentaries.
But it's bridging to, you know, I understand that this is not going to solve the problem overnight. It's not like you're going to go to the masses of Pakistan and they're going to see this documentary. But the idea is that you can go, the point, like you said, is to bridge these cultures. And I think you could come and going to an American audience, to an international audience, you have a purpose. And if you want it to come back here, I think you need maybe a little more of the juxtaposition to show that it's not so great over there, it's not so great over here. Here are some similarities, and here are some differences, and here are how we're showing it specifically through Pakistani singers and the struggle that they have, but also the beauty that there is, you know, in being a Pakistani
I think
singer.
that's part of it. So I hope ultimately it conveys some of the beauty.
I mean, look at how many different responses you got. So
And
clearly,
last comment goes to the young man. I think we have to wrap up.
Yeah, I think the official narrative we were talking about, I think unfortunately perhaps it's just so deeply entrenched in us that we don't even realize it, because of which we have this sense of patriotism where we don't want to even face criticism. So we at times feel uncomfortable when we're watching ourselves being criticized like that, and that sort of at times makes us uncomfortable, I guess, when we're shown the mirror. But these are realities we can't run away from. I'm friends with a lot of musicians and actors, and they always complain about these political problems, Islamization. They face it every day. So we can't separate the self from politics. It's always there. We can't neglect politics because it's a part of our lives, especially when you're a musician and you have to face that struggle.
Thank you. Well, thank you all for coming and spending the time and giving me all this very rich and varied feedback. Really, I'm very grateful. And once again, thank you so much. And of course, the fact that some of the footage was shot here and we talk about Faiz also was very important, that we had this screening in Faiz. That बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much. And thank you for and now I can make use this for